kindergartners. Today is going to be one big long station, all put together. We're going to get some of our math practice and our writing practice at the same time. All right, let me show you what you're going to need for today's station. From your smiley face bag, you're going to need the light brown cornucopia. And then you're going to need this bag that has the supplies inside of it. And you're going to need your name tag. Do you know where that is still? I'm going to be happily surprised if you do. We've had that for a long time and we haven't talked about it very much. You'll also need any type of writing paper or paper that you can write on, or your dry erase board. Either one will do. All right, and some glue. All right, boys and girls. Well, one of the big things we're going to do to get started is we're going to get our papers organized. So I want you to go ahead and take a plastic bag, and you can break it open, okay? You can cut it open if you need to. Like you could take some scissors and cut through there, or you can tear it open if you're able to. And you're going to carefully take the pieces out. The bag here can go into the garbage. Then we're going to sort our pieces out just a little bit. One nice thing are the directions, right? On here, if you don't get to do this with the video, if you don't get to finish it, you could look at the directions for how to finish our cornucopia. All right, and then you're going to have a little tiny string you can put to the side, and then we're going to start to sort our pieces. Now, we're going to have to take them apart a little bit, so we're going to gently pull. You're going to see a very curved, bumpy piece like this. We need that piece. And then you're going to continue to pull apart the other dark brown pieces. This is a keeper, the one with 3 curves on it. Okay, look at this. I found another keeper. So far we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 brown pieces. And this makes our 5th brown piece that we need. See this piece right here with all the holes in it? That's a scrap. You could do something with that later if you wanted to, but I'm going to put mine right in the garbage because I've got a lot of stuff going on here and I don't want to lose stuff that I need. Okay, next, speaking of losing things that I need, it looks like one of the little brown pieces isn't there. Hopefully we only need 2. So we're going to take out these 2 little brown pieces, put those aside where they're safe. Oh, look, I wonder if these are going to be grapes. Maybe a green pear. I'm putting the large fruit pieces all on the side. Hey, look I was lucky. Look what had fallen out in my packet, but now I can put it with the other 2 stems. And I've got a pumpkin piece I'm going to lay out by the vegetables and the fruits, and then I'm going to punch out 4 small purple circles. Set those down. And now it's time for the leaves. I'm going to punch out the red leaves and throw the scrap away unless you want to make something with that later. I'm going to punch out some brown leaves. See if mine's a little bit stuck, but I want to be gentle because if I just yank on it, I might rip it. Okay, I'm going to gently pull out these. Another scrap. Oh, look at this. There's yellow leaves. Do you notice their fall colors? You're probably not surprised, right? Because so many of the things we've been doing lately involve our fall colors. Okay, I'm getting rid of my garbage. And now I've got a green sheet. Look at these 2 green leaves are stuck together. That's kind of fun. And then it looks like I've got, some kind of other leaf. We'll have to see if that's what those are later. And 1 single leaf. All right, now, in order to start, it tells me to glue 5 dark brown basket pieces to the large light brown cornucopia. Well, I know this is the largest shape that I have at all, right? And this is the cornucopia shape. Notice how there's writing on the back of this? I really don't want that to show when I'm all done. So I'm going to lay that down on my table where I can't see it. Let me show you what that looks like. This is laid down right down here. And then these are the dark brown pieces. At least they're darker than this brown, right? Now, I have to look at my sample so that I know how to glue those down. And I'm noticing that the large curve kind of matches up with this size here on the cornucopia, and it's in the background. So I'm going to glue down that one first. I'm going to use a glue stick. I think it's a little bit easier. And I'm going to just go around and make little circles for this one. It's almost like the circles fit inside of the big round circles for me. Okay, and then I'm going to measure it back up. So it starts way down at the bottom. There's going to be a pumpkin there. So it's going to go around the outer edge. About like this. This is going to be my best guess. We might have to move things a little bit. But I'm going to hold that up and show you what I think it should look like. See how that's like outlining? If you look on the back, you can see a little bit of the brown sticking out. And this is how it looks on the front. Okay, now I have to put the rest of the dark brown pieces. And if I look closely at my directions, I can notice that these curves are going about the same direction as the other curves. It looks like this piece to me. So I'm going to line this up. I'm going to turn it. And then I'm going to kind of try to line these up. Just like that. Boy, I'm noticing something doesn't look quite right. It almost seems like mine's a little bit long. I'm going to gently lift this up. Whoa. Just move it forward a little tiny bit. We'll see if that works. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. All right. And now I can move this forward a little bit. Hopefully that won't cause you too much trouble. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue this next dark brown piece. I'm putting the glue on the back of it. Stay there, glue. And I'm putting the curves by the curves. I'm going to smooth that down. Now I notice this next one, I've got 3 curves along the bottom. And when I look at my directions, that's what I see there. See the 3 curves? I'm going to see if I can make those line up. Oh, look at, they just make it. Hopefully those are the right pieces. See, there's kind of like bump, bump, bump. So I'm going to flip it over, put glue on the back, go all the way to the edge so that it'll lay down nice and smoothly. I'm going to put it on just like that, kind of lining up. Okay, and my next piece just has 2 bumps, 1, 2. Okay, oh, look at that. It looks like I'm running out. I don't think they'll both fit on mine. I'm going to leave that piece out, and I'm going to just go right for the last one. You might need to do that too. Sometimes these things don't line up exactly, and we have to do what we call improvise a little bit. Maybe next time we could start with the piece on the back, huh? Okay. All right, boys and girls. Now the next thing it says is glue the green leaf to the pumpkin. So see how there's a pumpkin with the word welcome on there? And then the leaf's kind of pointing down. So I'm going to take my green leaf, I'm going to put some glue on it, and glue it to the pumpkin. Instead of having like a stem up there, they have a leaf up there. And now it says glue the leaves and stems to the pear and the apple. Oh, now I know that these are the leaves for the apple and the pear. So I'm going to find the green pear and the apple. And I noticed that this must be the bottom of the apple because it's a little pointier. So I'm going to glue a brown stem on the top. I put the glue right onto the apple this time because it was a little bit tricky. And then, let me show you how I did that. And I'm going to actually put the leaf a little bit on top of the stem. It's going to cover up the bottom a little bit. So I'm putting the glue on the stem. I got a little bit on my table, but that's okay because I can use it to secure it a little more. Okay, now I've got with a leaf and a stem. And I'm going to do the same with the pear. I'm going to go ahead and put the stem at the top, and then a little one of the smooth leaves onto the pear. That's going to help it hold on the stem a little bit better too, I think. I hope so, at least. All right, I'll show you what that looks like so far. So now I have my pear ready. So far I've got 2 fruits just about ready to go. Then it says, glue 3 light purple grapes to the larger dark purple grapes bunch, and then glue the double leaf and stem to the grape bunch. Whoa, that's a lot of directions, isn't it? Well, I know that this is dark purple compared to this light purple one. Now, I actually have 4. Maybe they were giving me an extra. I only need to glue on 3. So I'll put 1 at the tip and then 2 further up. Let me show you what that looks like. 1, 2, 3. I like how they did that because now these look more like grapes to me. It doesn't just look like a big purple blob. They look like grapes on there. Okay, and now I also need a stem and some leaves. So these are the double leaves. See, there's 2. And here's my other stem. I'm so glad I found it. I'm going to put the stem at the top. Okay. And now here come my leaves. Glue on the back of my double leaves. Double means there's 2 of them, kind of like twins. Maybe you know some twins. Maybe there's twins in your family. One of you might have that. Okay, I'm putting my leaves on there. And now I have my grapes ready to go. Okay. I'm putting that to the side, and look at to this. This one. Glue the pumpkin, the pear, apple, and grape bunch to the cornucopia as shown. You might want to look at your picture too. All right, I'm going to take the great big pumpkin, and I'm going to glue that. See, this is kind of what I was thinking, so that I don't see the edge anymore. Yeah, I'm going to glue that down there. So I'm going to put glue on the tan part. I'm going to kind of let my pumpkin hang off a little bit. Let's see how that looks. All right, we've got that here. Now, you can arrange your fruits and vegetables pretty much the way you want to inside of here. They have the pear down first. I'm going to put some glue on the pumpkin. That's the glue on the pumpkin. And I'm putting the pear on top of there. And then I'm going to add the apple. I like how it's getting to look more colorful the more fruit that we add. Okay, and now I've got my grapes. I think I'm going to put the grapes going this way. I don't know, they have it going this way. Should I stick like that? Maybe. Maybe you're going to angle them differently. Sometimes I think about putting it like that, or maybe up there. All right, I'll do it the way they have it, just to see how it turns out this time. Okay. All right, look at this. Looks very bountiful. Bountiful means there's a lot of it. All right, now it's time to put the leaves on there to make it look more decorative. All right, well, I definitely know that I want to put some leaves up in this area because it looks a little bit plain to me. So I'm going to add a red leaf and a yellow leaf. It's kind of by the brown, so I want to spread that out a little bit. And then I'm going to make like a little cluster of leaves. A cluster means there's some leaves all together. Maybe I'll put like a red leaf on here. And then I'll layer a brown leaf kind of nearby it. And then one of the bright yellow leaves right on top here because I want it to really show. I like how bright it is. Okay, see how that's looking? And then you can also add, I'm going to put a brown leaf by the pumpkin because it will show up. And then maybe red leaf towards the back of my cornucopia. Are you gluing yours on different spots too? I need to move that down so you can see as I'm doing it. That brown leaf down here. Brown doesn't show up quite as much, does it? Maybe I could do this. I'll put a yellow leaf first, then I'll put the brown on top of it, and maybe it'll show better. This is how I glued my leaves on, like that. Now, you might want to be able to hang this up. So here's a trick. You can lay down your cornucopia so you don't see this part. Now, I think I know why they put this purple piece in there, because we've done some of these crafts before. Watch, if I take my string and I double it, I've got a little loop at the top, then I can lay it down on top of my cornucopia, and I can take this purple circle, put some glue on it, and use it to help me glue down my hanger there. Maybe it would be better just to take that great big piece to glue it down, or even a piece of tape over it. That one looks like it might be a little tricky. I'm going to double it up since I couldn't use this anywhere else. I know, I'm kind of improvising again, aren't I? Let me move the purple off. If the purple works for you, good. For me, it looked like it was just going to come right back off. I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, please stick for me. And maybe that will stay on. I won't be too reckless with it. I'll let it dry before I really tug on it. All right, boys and girls, do you like your cornucopia? I enjoyed looking at mine because it reminds me of so much to be thankful for. We have so much, things are overflowing, they're plentiful. Well, let's do a little bit of writing about this. All right, let's practice with some of our sight words. How about I can see? And then we can write about the things we can see. I'm going to take my paper and I'm going to start writing. Now, you're probably going to want to write with a pencil. I got my marker because remember when I'm holding it up, it's hard for you to see pencil. Okay, I'm going to start with a capital I. And then what's next? A meatball space. I can't just put my words on top of each other. I can. Yes, very good. That was a C. Thank you, Ethan. Lillian, what do you think? A, good. Okay. N. Okay, Audrey. N. I can. Does anyone remember how to spell the whole word see? All right, Mason, go ahead. Good job. S-E-E. I can see. Look what I have so far. I can see. All right, now I'm going to choose something. I think I want to talk about, let's see, my yellow leaves. I know blue is my favorite color, but I like yellow an awful lot too. Let's count the leaves. 1, 2, 3. So I can see 3 yellow leaves. Look what I can do. I can write the number 3. I can see 3. What if you forgot how to spell yellow? Remember our name tag? Look what's on there. You can find the yellow crayon. And right on there they wrote Y-E-L-L-O-W. Yellow. I can see 3 yellow. So I'm going to write that down. Y-E-L-L-O-W. And that's fun because you won't have to run over to mom or dad and say, okay, how do I spell yellow? You can just look at your name tag and you'll know. Very good. Now I need to sound out leaves because that's not on here. Okay. Oh, good. Oh, what was that, Aubrielle? Yeah, it's an L. L-E. Oh, Benjamin, you already knew that an E and an A can work together to make a long E sound? Good. Leave. V. What do you say, Logan? V. Leaves. Oh, yeah. I know that, was it Jessie and May who was talking about the silent E the other day when she wanted to write the word cake? I need a silent E. Leaves. There's more than one, so I need an S on the end. Okay, I can see 3 yellow leaves. Am I done? Oh, why not? Why not, Rylan? Oh, the period. I never told anyone it was finished by writing a period. Now my sentence done is done. I could start on a second sentence, couldn't I? Hey, what if I start like the first one? I can see 3 yellow leaves. I could do that. I could then say, I can see grapes, maybe. Or maybe I could ask a question. That would be fun. I know how to write can. Why don't I say can? Because I want to know about what other people see. Can. Yep, we're going to write can again, but this time it's going to start with a capital because it's the first word in the sentence. Can you? Hey, that's like when I write I love you. Y-O-U, so I know that word. Can you? I'm still leaving my spaces. See. Sight word, I know that one. S-E-E. Can you see? How about a green pear? Yeah, let's write that. That's another sight word. Green, it's a color word. It's right on here. G-R-E-E-N. Yeah, you remembered it, didn't you? A green pear. Okay, good. Thank you very much for reminding me of that, Remington. That's a P. Pear. It's kind of like the word ear, but it's pear. Can you see a green pear? Period time? Why not, Alec? You're right, because I was asking a question. So I have to tell my reader that. So I'm going to write a question mark. I can see 3 yellow leaves. Can you see a green pear? Yes, you can. Hey, why don't I write that? Okay. Y-E-S, that spells yes. Yes. You, Y-O-U, we know that. Can. C-A-N. Yes, you can. And now I can put an exclamation point. We were practice reading with excitement in our voice earlier, weren't we? Okay, let's do one more read, and we'll look to see if we have any mistakes as we reread. I can see 3 yellow leaves. Can you see a green pear? Yes, you can. Boys and girls, look at how much we wrote. Sometimes when we look at a project or a picture, it gets a lot of ideas going. Yeah, what if you're going to have some family see you for Thanksgiving? Do you think if they saw this hanging up on the refrigerator, they would say, oh, that's beautiful. And then when they saw the writing next to it, they'd say, wow, that's beautiful and informative too. Yeah, they could see all the writing that went with it. Well, boys and girls, thank you for doing that project with me today. And thank you for starting to kind of celebrate Thanksgiving a little bit. Get a little bit in the mood for Thanksgiving. All right, you have fun with that. I hope I get to see some of you hold those up and show those to me when they're completed. But what does completed mean? It's another word for finished. Like right now our video is finished. It means it's all done. All right, so we'll say goodbye until next time.